Here I am in my workspace and I have two main projects. One of the project is game dev educator for kids and the other is online poker player. And online poker player is older for me. I have done it professionally a few years, like 10 years ago. I did it professionally for a few years. And I kind of like it, but as I reached the second part of online poker career, being professional more than 2 years, it's different questions start to arise. There's always, maybe I'm too blindfolded, maybe I'm following too dumbly in one direction. So you always think, what if I could do something else? Would it be better? It's so I pick very low stakes and I'm not achieving to crush for a living at the moment. And this really works because now this huge opportunity pops up. Yeah, you know about how to develop computer games. So why not create these education workshops for kids? So it's completely different. It is still video games, but it's not 21 plus. It's like 3 plus to 16 plus video games and teaching kids how to make those. So I was thinking maybe I'm too dumb to going only to online poker is too dumb. It's like only one blind direction, and in a way, it turns out that it was correct. This intuition. There are people wanting different things. So we aren't doing 21 plus gaming full time at the moment. That's unknown a little bit here, and it's too much risks. Like life spaces could switch. Like you could end up without money, end up poor. You know, if you have played poker, there is that risk actually always. Maybe tomorrow you take the dumb decision to go play higher stakes and you lose all of your money. There's always this risk. Like you can say today I'm not going to play for those stakes, but tomorrow you could be that dumb guy who does that dumb decision, and you end up find yourself on the street because of bad decision, right? So there's always this risk in the air. Yeah, we can eliminate that risk, but we don't really want to. That's another beauty of online poker. We don't really want to eliminate all of the risks. Uh, this puts the fun element to the 21 plus gaming. But the beauty of educating kids about game dev, how to make 3 plus to 16 plus computer games themselves, is like you can't lose money. You can only gain money. Well, yes, you could argue like in business you can make bad decisions and waste the money, but it isn't really the case here because it's not. I'm zero cost pretty much. That's the thing. And I already have those 10 computers needed for the mobile computer class, so I just take those maximum 10 computers and I go there, and they pay pretty well. I get like 480 average for 11 hours. Last month I got 480 euros for 8 hours. So, so, and you can't lose. That's people don't get it if they're very much in poker. Like with work, you can't lose the money. So you always gain only. So that's like pretty nice if the main focus is on online poker career. There's another income that supports money-wise the online poker, and there you can't lose anything because people want it. This is business, right? In business, you get money if you do stuff that people want. in online poker, you get money if you do stuff that people don't want. I mean, in poker table, like if you are the nastiest enemy, you get richest quickest. But in business, it isn't like that. So I'm uh, I'm combining these two. Like the problem with only game dev education, it gets too shallow, right? Sometimes, yeah, I can take this role of teacher and educator, but I miss this deep sports. And just to feel this deep sports, playing a little bit competitive 21 plus online poker is enough for me. So I go running, and I play regularly every month, some volume, some amount, and this gives me this sports, competitive sports, and I listen to this very good psychologist on poker training site, and they say the second part of career, if you have been professional in online poker more than 2 years, take it light, like don't take it so seriously at the beginning. Is if we are young, we need to achieve that success fast. But if we a little bit older, like I'm 34, we don't have that much yearning for the success itself. We're more like, is everybody happy? Am I doing the right thing? Those are the questions. It's not like I need that success, or if I don't, I will do everything to get that success. And this gives like these younger people don't get, this gives you age actually, because they are like, I will get this success, and if I don't, I'm a failure. But you're like, let's see what will happen. I will test out this new very good strategy, and you actually beat them a little bit because they're desperate for the success. And for you, you have made so wise decisions elsewhere that it doesn't matter if you get it today or if you get it the next month. And so that's where what I'm achieving also, and I already have that a little bit. So I'm getting better and better as a poker player, and the money, the role for poker is coming elsewhere already. This is like a dream scenario for a poker player, actually, if you know what I mean. Like with for poker players, it's always, do I have enough money? And if you have enough money, do I have enough money for the next stakes? So it's never ending, not enough money. But if you somehow get this funding from elsewhere, it's like a dream. It's like you no longer have to worry about if you have the money. You just choose a lower stakes and learn strategy, apply the strategy at those stakes where it's not dangerous anymore, and you don't need to get money from poker to live also. So this is like a dream scenario for the online poker play. And I also think about like charity, which I didn't do when I was younger. I didn't do this at all. When I was 18 to 22, I was like all about like, how do I go to traveling with this money? Uh, this is what I did also. But now it's like the Bible says, give 10% to charity or give 10% to church, or something like that. So I tried to do something like that, and it starts this society that you start to think in different way. The society doesn't have to be aggressive battle. It's like there can be supportive society also. So it's really interesting how according to Bible it's also meant to be that way. You can pick any position in the society, like any job, but then donate 10% of the income to church, right? To God. So this gives you this spiritual security that you don't need to figure everything out on your own. Just be kind and donate and stuff like that. So I didn't have it, but I'm having it more and more. So this is then you are also not that worried because you have given some some money somewhere, so they're also kind to you in the future. Like, but if you always are the big new business that will outplay every money, then like they also start to play back at you because they don't want that. So listen, don't always be that aggressive in business. Just try to donate, try to talk to local businesses, and is not always winning it alone, everything, because then there's competition. There are people trying to do that, and then they're surprised like why there's this heavy competition, because they went there very fast trying to outplay everyone. So now these higher ranks are coming now. There's a little bit insecurity in this new player. Yeah, he's trying to win money a little bit too fast. Let's play scared money on him, and they start to like play back at him, and this new aggressive one is like, oh, he probably has it because they make such a big bets. So they fade away, and so but in truth they lost a lot because their insecurity was played on. So to avoid that, we don't do that. We don't do this very aggressive thing, and we also don't underestimate the higher stake regulars. Like they're pretty good, so it's not like they always have it. They can also bluff and stuff. Yeah, and then yeah, I'm not very good in this game. The teacher, because I have only worked on this position for 2 months, but during these 2 months I have learned about children, and what I thought works at the beginning, it did work, but we need to improve it. So to really make it work for children, so that children can actually enjoy the game dev itself. They are children, they are allowed. It's good if they enjoy the work, the game dev. They don't have to like go through tough times yet and stuff like that. So it's good if they enjoy the progress, the process. So this is what I'm also figuring out. Like there is this I have one school where there's this 10 kids in one group, and many of them are like, can we play video games right away? I don't want to do this development. So if I thought about it for a minute, and then I allowed it, and now there's like 30% of the classes, for example, doing intense development, and the others are socializing and playing games. So I find it better option than just forcing them to do development that they don't want to do, because sometimes they do come back to the development like, yeah, I'm bored of this stupid game, it's too easy for me, show me how do I develop a game like this. And this has happened many times already. So now I'm trying to inspire those who went far to the gaming world. So like, this is a really beautiful option how you can build your own games, and this option is getting better every week also. So if you want, this is a really cool way to do your own games. So we're talking about small kids. Like there's this like gaming problems so they got because they just want to have fun and they don't have any other time in week to play computer games. It's not allowed anywhere else. So I completely get it. They go to the game dev workshop, and there's these computers, and they ask for permission if they can play video games, and they get the permission. So I totally understand. As human, I understand that because they have nowhere else to do that. Like at home, they're like, "No, you're wasting your eyes," and at school, it's like, "No, we don't do that here." So there needs to be they need to find this video game club somewhere, and they have made it for themselves in the game dev, right? So I, as human, I do understand what's going in there, but I allowed it, and then now it's reducing even. But this problem is only with very small kids, because the other school, whereas the classroom is 6 kids, they're all, most of them there, not all of them are over 10 years old, but most of them are over 10 years old, and they're really only into development. There's this shorter also, it's not 2 hours there, it's 45 minutes, but there they just do the development. I don't know why, but I'm quite sure it has to do with the age, because the main core group is older than 10 years. There are two of them are younger, I think, but everybody is older and doing the developer. So I think they have this solid foundation if they just want to do the developer. The older kids and the younger ones are impressed and inspired. But the 10 children group who are all younger, they have this togetherness where they're let's game together, and so it's like the vibe is different. So I have allowed it. I thought about it and I did allow it, but the theme every time is still about game dev. And this is where the fun comes in, right? This is where the security comes in. Like, it's not the gaming place still. So they are doing something like a little bit illegal, right? So this is where the fun and security comes. Every time they're faced with the teaching on the board. So there's this secure development going on. And many kids are also doing the developing. So they can socialize and play this. We're talking about very young kids. When I was a kid, and we had a similar extracurricular activity after classes, and there it was for forever, for like 5 hours, and anybody could use the computer for whatever. This was where I grew up. I believe they still have that. I haven't been there in that school for like, I don't know, 15 years or more, but I believe they still have that, like 5 hours completely free, and everybody can use the computer for whatever. Where I grew up, it was like that. So for me, it's a little bit difficult to adjust to some local grown-ups who are like, uh, don't allow gaming at all, because where I grew up it was only that. It's also cultural difference. Like, we had like this 5 hours we could use the whole school computer class. We made LAN parties. I hacked into every computer, made my own LAN, and so everything was allowed. Absolutely everything. So there were people playing shooting games, and it wasn't like, it was encouraged, let's say. And the teacher behaved like a hacker and stuff. So but yeah, we are serious game devs, and this will work more.